I have a strong reaction to a blog post that has been floating around Facebook and actually has been shared by some of our radio station websites from another website called Thrillist.com and an author named Matt Lynch. I'm not a fan of the article, and I'm actually posting this to tell us to stop sharing this kind of stuff while I'm sharing it with you and so you can see it. But the article is about the biggest douchebag from each state in America. So he goes from Alabama to Wyoming, and he lists who he thinks the biggest douchebags are. The biggest reason why I don't like it is because this is creativity based on calling people names. So, way to be real original and productive there. Just, hey, I'm going to make a whole blog post about calling people names. Good for you. That's a crappy concept. And I have a deadline and quota each week that I have to fill as well. I understand the well runs dry, and you got to write something, but I think that sucks. Second, and actually, some of the picks are on, like Dog the Bounty Hunter. That guy acts like the biggest Christian in the world, and then he gets caught on a racist tirade on a phone call. You can make the argument there. Rod Blagojevich from Illinois. The argument can be made. That guy's a criminal. We have him recorded saying all kinds of crazy things. But some of the picks are so far off that it frustrates me. And not only does it frustrate me that I think that the picks are far off, because you're picking on extremely accomplished people who really don't seem douchey at all, but also I wonder, Matt Lynch, if you would really say this to these people's faces, or if you're just writing from the comfort of your couch, from behind, your little laptop there. Or if you were in a room with Mark Wahlberg, A, would you walk up to Mark Wahlberg and say, I think you're a douchebag? And B, if you're in a room with Mark Wahlberg, you're standing next to Mark Wahlberg, who does the world think is a douchebag? Mark Wahlberg or Matt Lynch? Phil Jackson, 11-time championship coach in the NBA, 2-time championship player in the NBA, president of the New York Knicks, who admittedly had a terrible season, 6'10", in his 70s, one of the most accomplished men America has ever seen. You're in a room with Phil Jackson, Matt Lynch. Would you really walk up to him and call him a douchebag? I doubt that you would. But if you would, I'd like to see it. I don't think you would, though. Because I think that if you were in the presence of that kind of greatness, because Mark Wahlberg, Phil Jackson, Curt Schilling, some of the people that you called out, they may have quirks in their personality. Mark Wahlberg, he might not be like the greatest actor of all time, but people love him, and they love him for a reason. And when you're in a room with such powerful people, something makes me doubt that you would call them names. I don't think you'd want to call them names. At least I wouldn't want to. So I hate the article. I think it stinks. I'd love to talk to you, Matt Lynch, and interview you and just, get your take on this whole thing. But for everybody who's seen this article, when you see stuff like this in the future, I think we should avoid sharing things that are just based in name calling. That's what I think. What do you think? Reply below. Follow me on Twitter, @PRWaz. Matt Lynch. All my contact information is here. I would love to have you on the show. Love to have you on the blog. And subscribe. Thanks.